So folks, here we are on gale force winds. We're on location on, I believe it's called Tessier Place. And I'm really excited because the last time that you would have seen these gentlemen, the men who paint, we were on Zoom. They've been extremely busy, and I'm sitting here right now with Roger Trottier. Roger, could you just go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we're going to have a little chat.
Yes, I'm Roger Trottier. I'm from Saskatoon. I used to be a university prof with the ITEP program in Saskatoon, College of Ed. And along the way I got invited to go up to Alaska, and I worked up there for about 7 years. So there's been other stuff. I tell my kids I don't know what I'll be when I grow up.
Well, it's funny, just as an aside, in getting set up for this, I spent, 10 minutes explaining my setup and what I was doing to Roger, only to find out his background is in television, and he was very patient with me, and I've done that before. That's another story. So Roger, how many days now you've been on the rock, let's say?
We've been on the rock since last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday.
Yeah.
You started you landed in St. John's, and then you drove all the way to Grossmoorn, I think.
Grossmoorn.
Yeah.
And I have trouble remembering all the names of the places. We went to a couple communities south of there. It's been very interesting looking at the fishermen towns and talking to the fishermen people. We're in St. John's right now, which is back to where we landed it.
Yes, and you're in the center of the city with Peter Lewis, and we're up on a bluff that I've actually never seen before. A bit of a challenge here today. Can't really see it from the camera angle we got, but a little bit of fog rolled in.
Yes, things have been gradually revealing themselves, and I'm hopeful.
Roger, you've got a very storied career. You've been a lot of places. You've been in Alaska. What's some highlights in this particular trip for the men who paint, and for you particularly?
For me. I was working in Fort McMurray with a lot of the people from Newfoundland, and we had a group that performed on Friday nights and Saturdays.
Just Fridays and Saturdays?
A local cafe sponsored these shows, and of course I just had to go and attend. So anyway, it's great to get here, and I think the last possible chance I had, I was in Eskasoni in Nova Scotia, and I thought I'd take a run across over to Newfoundland. And I went to the boat landing and took a look at my watch and did a quick calculation, decided I couldn't do this turnaround. So I'm glad to be here now.
If it makes you feel any better, the majority of people I've worked with in various industries have that same mistake. It's a pretty geographically dispersed distance between one point to the other. So you've been Cowhead, you went to Twillingate. Did you get to see an iceberg by chance?
Yes.
Yeah?
Quite a few.
Is that right?
Yeah, and these guys that I'm painting with, they went iceberg mad.
Yeah. So there's iceberg after iceberg after iceberg.
After iceberg.
Yeah.
They did a good job of painting the icebergs. Mine aren't quite as good as I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
But I'll get better.
There's something that I'm impressed with, the fact that you're in St. John's with an umbrella fully extended. Normally, you'd be like Mary Poppins and be 100 feet in the air. So, in the setup that you have here, I would imagine wind can be very problematic.
It was shaking things up a bit, and Paul, the local Newfoundlander contact, came over and equipped it all for me.
Well, Roger, thank you very much for coming to Newfoundland. Thank you very much for taking the time to paint this beautiful landscape that we call home. We're very grateful that the five men who paint have taken their time to come and do this. So thank you very much.
I'm so glad that we got to do this, and thanks for the opportunity.